What have you been up to? You were one of the first guests of the show. And
you're still going.
Yeah, okay. You didn't kill it. So we figured, well, let's try it again and see what happens.
That's what I do. Yeah. You know what I do, man. I tour and I write. And so now I'm in the writing phase for this summer. I pretty much got weekends for this summer to play, besides some time off. And I'm writing as we speak, or even right now under the table. But
oh, there's a song with the word love in it.
But January, let's see. What is this? This is blah, blah, blah date. Like the first week in May was the first weekend that I had been home since January. So.
And what do you do? What do you do for? I mean, do you go straight back into the writing, or do you take some fun time?
Mainly it's catch-up time. You know, I mean, I got a wife and we got 2 dogs and a house and a horse, and there's stuff to do. So I got to mow my grass and clean my gutters and do everything else every red-blooded American male does. And
it's tough to clean up what the horse does in the house, I assume.
Especially in the gutters.
Yeah.
Because we keep him on the roof.
Okay, that's great. It's almost like a mantle. And speaking of songwriting, one of your most recent songs and one of my Scott Miller favorites, Lo Siento, Spanishburg, West Virginia.
Thank you very much, yeah.
It's a great tune, especially the verse about the football coach. It's one of my favorites because I don't know where the verse is going, but I love where it goes, how it goes, and where it ends up.
Well, that town, of course, my wife is from Athens, West Virginia, which is just north of Bluefield. And right north on 77, there's another exit, and it says Spanishburg, West Virginia. And I was like, what in the world is Spanishburg, West Virginia? You know, is it like a tiny little Spanish community? Or
is there moss and tiled roofs?
Yeah, what in the world? So I went and did some research on it, and no, it's a bunch of Caucasoid ding-dong, Scotch-Irish, you know, Nimrods.
Lo Siento, Spanishburg, West Virginia. Lo Siento, Spanishburg, West Virginia. Well, the TV's off 'cause there's nothing on. All the hometown fans are in the stands since the team won state 'cause the coach was great and they hired him down in Peterstown, but he didn't win. Now he's back again. The next batch of kids could not commit. They were big enough but not that tough and thought the single wing was a passing thing. I guess the will to win is oft forgotten when old times there are Oxycontin. Lo Siento, Spanishburg, West Virginia. Lo Siento, Spanishburg, West Virginia. Well, the jobs were lost and the war it cost. This kid came back from Iraq, had it pretty comfy 'cause he drove a Humphy for an old diehard in the National Guard who thought he was safe, though the town got strafed or an occasional mortar from across the border. He'd always joke in the emails he'd wrote and tell his mom not to worry none. He was spending his time on winning hearts and minds until he picked up a can and he lost his hand. Lo Siento, Spanishburg, West Virginia. Lo Siento, Spanishburg, West by God, Virginia. Then a writer came from a magazine, wrote the whole town up for the ARP, called it #1 place to retire. So the rich folks came and the taxes got higher with their healthy hair and their perfect spouses. They picnic mansions and cow palaces, and your feet and a leader walking around with their noses up as they look down on the people born who cannot afford to live in their own town no more. Lo Siento, Spanishburg, West Virginia. Even renamed it Lo Siento, Spanish Trace, West Virginia. And I call it Lo Siento, Sprawlsburg, West Virginia. But what it really is Lo Siento, unaffordable West Virginia.